Hi TikTok. Hi everybody. Hi TikTok. Hi everybody. Doing a quick live to stop Trump and rescue TikTok. It is 1:10 right now. I'll probably go to 1:20. So just about 10 minutes. So if you happen to be in this live, go ahead and tap and engage and we'll get it started. I didn't see any other lives as I was scrolling through about stopping Trump. I saw anti-Trump lives, but I didn't see anything specific about stopping Trump. And I have a plan to stop Trump. One of the greatest plans to stop Trump is just asking me to invite people. One of the greatest plans to stop Trump is to trust that they'll be stopped, that they'll stop themselves. That's what I call the pillow revolution, because we can do it from bed. We can do it in our sleep. They will stop themselves in various ways that we can't even anticipate, and other people will stop them. Like if Trump's crashing the stock market, maybe somebody who owns stocks will want to stop him. But the point is, he will be stopped, and Trumpism will be replaced. Now, there's something about that I can tell you. Oh, hi, Alex. Nice to see you. There's something about that Alex has heard before, so I won't get into that now. But all the Church of Judas stuff about replacing Christianity while they're burning down our schools and our libraries, metaphorically burning down our schools and libraries, or when they get around to literally burning down our schools and libraries, while they're doing that, we're going to take their churches. So replacing their churches is the win, or one of the wins that we get. Hopefully we'll replace their government seats, and we'll replace their replace their attempts to burn our schools and libraries with more schools and libraries. So hopefully we'll replace all of their efforts with good things. But the one they're not expecting, the one that they're not prepared for, is we take their churches. Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for tapping the screen to get other people to see the content. Again, I'm only going to be live probably for about 8 more minutes, so you're lucky if you got here, because this is how we're going to stop Trump. Actually, a recipe for stopping Trump. Again, part of the recipe is for stopping Trump is to have faith and trust that they will be stopping themselves. They will be turning on each other and stuff like that. But we can't count on that. Thanks for the likes. We can't count on that, and we should have a plan. One of the plans that I'm presenting, is the plan to replace their churches. And right now, we've got them locked in where all these churches have been supporting Trump, and for that, they deserve to be replaced. They deserve to have that church taken from them. The people can still go to that church. It's just the leaders who have led it in a direction that allows it to support Trump won't be the leaders anymore. We take the church away. And when you take these churches away, you can repurpose the churches to do good things. Churches have held AA meetings and stuff like this. Other churches have done good things along the way. They've fed people and stuff like that. But when you repurpose the churches to be only doing those good things, and it's a really simple formula to do that. You ask the church to choose. You can either choose the Antichrist, Trump, or you can choose Jesus. If you choose wrong, we replace your church. If you choose the Antichrist, Trump, we replace your church. But if your church is willing to denounce Trump, then it becomes a real church, a church of Jesus, which in this case is the Church of Judas. The reason why this is called Church of Judas is because Jesus had this secret conversation with Judas, and he set him aside and said, look, the church is going to go corrupt in all these different ways, and mentions things that we can relate to the various evils of the church in the last centuries. The church is going to go corrupt in all these different ways. You're going to be hidden and hated for thousands of years, and then you're going to be revealed, and you're going to replace their churches. So when Jesus tells Judas this, it's actually a really great proof that Jesus exists, that Jesus was a real person and had these real powers. But the churches will never tell you about this, because even though it proves Jesus, it looks bad on them. And it just goes to show these churches that won't tell you about this have chosen have chosen their church over Jesus. And that's part of how it's a trap. Jesus kind of knew human nature enough to know that most churches would do this. Most churches would choose their own thing over him and replace him with something else. That's how you get the mustache man. That's how you get Putin. That's how you get Trump. Because these churches have replaced Jesus with an Antichrist ideal. And with an Antichrist ideal, you get an Antichrist. So Trump and Putin, they're the Antichrist. They are Antichrist. I'm not seeing likes right now. I'm only going to be going live for about 6 more minutes. So go ahead and tap and like if you have that capacity. Go ahead and tap like and share if you have that capacity. But these Antichrist churches were allowed to go Antichrist by design, to be a trap, to trap all the people. When you think about the people in these churches, they're good people in churches being led by a bad, evil leader. Just like there's good Americans being led by the bad, evil Antichrist Trump. There's good Russians being led by the bad, evil Antichrist Putin. And those good people surround those evil leaders. So those evil leaders are actually trapped in a church or a country or a government. They're trapped, surrounded by good people. And once we activate the good people and turn them on those evil leaders, just like Joel Osteen or another evil leader of a church is an evil leader of a church with thousands and millions of followers. Well, when you turn those followers on that leader doesn't stand a chance, and you take that church away. And any church that hears, any church members who hear about the gospel of Judas and about how Judas will be replacing their church has the power to replace that church, because the truth is stronger than any amount of power that the money of the church has, that the entrenched power structure of the church. So we're talking about the Mormon church, the Catholic church, the Russian Orthodox Church, all evangelical churches in America, the Baptist Church, the Southern Baptist Church, and the other Baptist Church. We're talking about all of them. We're talking about Episcopalian Church. The Episcopalian Church is one of the best Christian churches in the world, but it's still getting replaced. Do you see how this works? There's a threshold, and all the ones that are more patriarchy than Quakers and Episcopals, including the Anglican Episcopal Church and Quakers, including those churches, they get replaced. This is the power of Judas. This is the power of Jesus. Jesus is a lot stronger than these Antichrist leaders who have been leading these weak-ass churches. And Jesus is being revealed now. You're in the live where this is being discussed. You're welcome to like and tap, share. I'm only being live for about 4 more minutes, so you'll have to check my content, my video for this information, or check the hashtag Church of Judas here on TikTok or on YouTube. And on YouTube, my YouTube Puffin channel, Puffin on YouTube, or here on TikTok of Krasnov currently, on the Renegade TikTok. But even while TikTok has been hijacked, somehow you have found this page. So click my face or follow me or whatever, but go to my content for more Church of Judas stuff. I'll be shutting this down in 3 minutes. So if you're here now, go ahead and like now, because this is your chance. What we're going to do is we're going to replace their churches. While they burn down our libraries and schools, we're going to replace their churches. And again, that means the Catholic Church, the Roman Church, the Mormon Church, the Orthodox churches, all of them, the Methodist Church, the Baptist Church, the Episcopal Church. We're replacing all of them. The Disciples of Christ, where I spent some time as a kid, gets replaced. It wasn't pacifist enough. It wasn't feminist enough. It wasn't environmentalist enough. But now, woke is going to be the standard. You can either pick Jesus or Antichrist Trump, and the ones that pick wrong get replaced. And we can pretty much guess who they're going to be, but it's time to throw the gauntlet down to all of them. Starting with the Episcopal Church, starting with these churches that are the Unitarian Church, these churches that are better than the other churches because they're already a little more woke. It's time for them to become fully woke and denounce the other churches and help the spread of the Church of Judas to replace all their churches and unite all churches under the Church of Judas for Jesus, or they get replaced. So if you know any Christians, let them know. I said I was going to go live for about 10 minutes, but since we've petered down in the audience to just one, thanks Alex for being here, we're going to shut this down even a minute early, unless you guys want to continue to comment. Oh, is that TikTok? Hello, notifications. We're just replacing Trumpism with the Church of Judas. We're replacing all patriarchy Christianity with the Church of Judas. So you can check out Gospel of Judas or my book, The Book of Judas by Andrew Harris. Well, that got rid of him. That was easy enough. Thanks for being here. Hello, AJ. Welcome. We're replacing Christianity. You'll probably appreciate this from what I can tell of your symbols. We're replacing the Christian church with the Church of Judas, and this also replaces Trumpism and war and patriarchy. So it's the end of patriarchy. This live is about how to end Trumpism via the church. While they're burning our schools and libraries, we're going to take their churches away. So we're taking the... Oh, that got rid of them. All right, so I think we're done. I think this TikTok is only providing people who can't possibly be interested in this, with the exception of you, Alex, who's been a real one and a true friend and supporter. So thank you for that. And I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Oh, unless New Mex Kid. Hello, New Mex Kid. We're replacing Trumpism. Talking about how to end Trumpism. This is literally about how to end Trumpism. Okay, great. I got a like out of you. So you can probably appreciate that ending Trumpism is of paramount importance right now. One way we can end Trumpism is we replace their churches. All right, got rid of him. Moon the Fox. You might like my band Foxen. Foxzen is the name of the band. I don't know if I said that fast enough for you to hear it before you scrolled by, but there we go. Foxzen, Foxen is the name of the band, and we even have a song about the moon. I said I was going to go to 1020. Well, this isn't a Foxen song. This is a... I want to sing it now anyway, even though I said I was only going to go 120, and it's 120 now. I'll sing the Foxen song, or the Puffin song bonus track. Here it goes. Love's not a place you go, then you're through with it. Home isn't quite like any other town. Everywhere I go, just add something new to it. I take it with me and I never turn around. I won the race. I left the sun out in space. I was the first one on the ground. I can't complain. It welcomes me like the rain. Guess I just make a softer sound. She never knew the moon until she flew to it. He waited for her. He never let her down. And they've got something, and who knows what they will do with it. She draws the songs out of me and the other hounds. It got me by. With all the clouds in the sky, they helped me gently on my way. It wasn't far, just couldn't get there by car. I rode the thing she made me say. I'm going over these grays with pinks and blues. There's too much gold here for us to use. We'll walk behind them as they wander in the stars, and they'll remind us just how close we are. And that was a song, Puffin song called Bonus Track. You can find it on YouTube if you want to see the original from like 15, 20 years ago. But hey, you'll be still one of the, I don't know, the first 100 people who've heard that song. So you're welcome. And I'll give you the Judas blessing before we go. Again, TikTok. And appreciate all the likes, especially Alex with all the likes. It was funny that the Moon and Fox character came through for whom I sang that song. And right before we got to the verse where the moon is featured, they left. So, thanks, interested TikTok audience. Thanks, TikTok. Maybe if I find better people next time. But thanks so much, Alex, for liking the live. You helped get it out there to some more people. And here's the blessing for you. God bless you. Jesus bless you. Judas bless you. Mary bless you. I bless you. And bless yourself. That's what I decided is the blessing for the Church of Judas. Although open to evolution and improvement if anybody has ideas. But God bless you. Jesus bless you. Mary bless you. Judas bless you. I bless you. And bless yourself. Welcome to the Church of Judas. See you next time, and check out Church of Judas stuff in my content. Thanks, TikTok. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.